Plus. Okay, now the sixth and so-called final film is, I'm not sure if you call this R-rated. In fact, I'm not sure it's a word enough to be rated G, let alone on children's public broadcasting network, is Freddys Dead Final Nightmare. And although I have seen alternate posters of this, but this is just that original standard VHS type cover right there. Ooh, and it also, this was done in 3D at the time, so this was the first 3D movie. And as you see, it did come with 3D glasses. There's the cover. You know, this looks a little dark, but I don't know. Also on these are sort of specially equipped sort of glasses, so you get that Nightmare on Elm Street kind of feel or touch to them. But I don't know. With Jim Cameron's Avatar movie coming out, I doubt we'll be seeing the red and blue type of 3D glasses, because they don't work at all. And this is just what they have. Extra features. A little back of the cover shows you a slight description of the film and everything. So, yeah, about this film, I'm not sure. I think once you see Freddy Krueger imitating the Wicked Witch of the West, saying, "I'll get you so pretty," and you know that they went completely way over top. And I'm not really criticizing the movie just because it is directed by a girl. Yeah, line producer Rachel Talalay actually directed this movie. But, you know, so what? That's beside the point. Girls can direct good horror movies, but unfortunately, this is not the case. And this, well, actually, this did pretty good. I mean, Nightmare on Elm Street 4 did about, like, what, geez, 12 million as opening weekend. It was #1 for about 3 weeks straight. This one had similar progress. It made about 12.5 million on its opening weekend. It was #1 for about 2 to 3 weeks straight. So I guess maybe back then Freddy was officially the anti-hero. And I'm often told in the theaters a lot of people really cheered for Freddy in this film, you know. But I think by this film, I think Freddy really lost the overall darker aspects. And Wes Craven I heard, was actually a little bit displeased by this film because it did not live up to what the original creator intended for the character, which was really dark and sadistic, you know, type of Elm Street monster. But I guess it really did make him to the killer clown element. Well, of course, I really don't believe in killer clowns from outer space even, but I do believe that Freddy is not really the killer clown, but more like the very cruel stepfather that likes to psychologically torment his victims at their own given expense, and at his. So I think that's what Freddy is. He's just, you know, a big torture whore. But this one, well, yeah, he likes to fool around with them, but I don't know, that earpiece or that MTV or Freddy playing video games with the power glove, I don't know, it's a little too much. So I like to call this the worst of the Freddy films because, well, the story was okay, but it's just way too silly. I'm not sure if kindergartners were like this movie. Now, the 7th installment, and the one that really brought Freddy's balls back into his system, is Wes Craven's New Nightmare. And this is the overall look of this cover. Judging from Freddys Dead, you know that this is definitely something you're in store for. Here's the inside cover. It's pretty classy, like so. This features a commentary by Wes Craven and Wes Craven only. And judging by the commentary, it's definitely dirty from the Laserdisc, because he talks a little about his next movie, Vampire in Brooklyn. Not sure about Vampire in Brooklyn. I watched it once, but so and so. But anyways, this right here really brought back Freddy into the darker landscape, and much like Jason X, this has a new title, a new look for Freddy, much like Uber Jason, and a very bizarre storyline. I mean, really weird. You think Jason's Space was a bizarre storyline? You're in store for this one, because all the Elm Street actors play themselves. Heather Langenkamp, Wes Craven, Bob Shaye, Robert Englund, they all play themselves, basically. It's about Freddy attacking the real world. Now, I'm not sure what kind of interdimensional portal really opened up, but something really must have opened up, because Freddy is attacking people in the real world. I'm not exactly sure about that, but on one hand, it did mix a lot of so-called original mythological elements about the characterization between the storyline and the characters as well. And Wes Craven did actually a very good job with screenplay. In fact, despite its bizarre storyline, I actually may have to say that maybe it's not only the best storyline of the films, but as well as the best acting. I mean, actually really good acting from the characters, because, you know, basically they just play themselves, so it's not really hard at all. And yeah, I pretty much like this movie. As for the video and audio, is completely big. I mean, in fact, speaking of the video, it's actually, I will have to say that it's not exactly HD reference, but if you do have an up converter, it is good. I mean, I will say, even for 1999 standards, they did a very, very, very good job remastering these films. And on the audio is completely tremendous. It's not DTS, but if you have a really good sound system like I did, I mean, I remember, in fact, I got this box set on my 22nd birthday, and back then my headquarters, like in the basement, really had this really big sound system and everything, and this movie was loud. Putting it on 20 notches, it's loud enough. It's big, and I could really blast out my stereo systems with this thing. So this is a very good, rewarding Freddy Krueger movie. It's like the first film, you know, no bullshit, no killer clown elements. It's good. Now, here is the beef of the whole box set. It's the Nightmare Series Encyclopedia. This disc alone is the reason why I wanted this box set for so long. I remember I just really wanted this set, like, so big, for like about like 4 or 5 years I've been wanting this, and this definitely pays off. And the inside of the disc is pretty good. Nightmare Series Encyclopedia shows the many faces of Freddy Krueger, and here's what's inside. Now, the encyclopedia disc can be viewed 2 ways. So, not really much of a back cover, it's just blank, not even a description even. Ooh. Now, this, even by today's standards, is, well, it's no Ultimate T2 DVD, but, oh, it's close enough. This is, in fact, I have to call this is the Ultimate T2 DVD of all horror DVDs I've come across with so far. What's so revolutionary about this includes sort of like a labyrinth maze, although it's not really a video game. What the labyrinth is about, I don't know, like hundreds and hundreds of photos or pictures that kind of seem to blend or morph in every time you go in a certain direction with the certain arrow keys. And there's also certain puzzles you might have to unlock or discover in order to unlock certain materials in this disc, as well as a couple of Easter eggs. And this basically has like appearance by a Freddy Krueger appearance from MTV, from different eras which they use, like maybe different public television broadcasts in order to hype the Nightmare on Elm Street series. Well, this was it. I don't know, Freddy on MTV. It's actually pretty cool, and if you actually grew up watching that MTV appearance, you know, unlike me, it's a good nostalgic throwback, as well as includes interviews from cast and crew, fans, and other horror aficionados like Clive Barker and John Landis and the such. Now this DVD can be viewed 2 ways. One, just the basic index, which just shows you some interviews and trailers, or you can go through a labyrinth, which shows you more elaborate making of documentaries, and I'd really rather go for the labyrinth. The labyrinth game in this disc is just worth the price of the whole DVDs. I mean, seriously, it is bitchin'. It is very, very, very good. So this is what I recommend, definitely. And also it comes with a really nice near 32-page booklet, almost, Here's what the cover looks like from the, basically what they almost used for a New Nightmare VHS cover. And here's just the back of it. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention, it does come with 3D glasses from right here. This is just the package that was in the Freddys Dead Nightmare. And that was it. And this booklet has basically almost everything. Has like a, almost like a foreword by both of Bob Shea and by Robert Englund. And what it is just oop, ah crap.